All right, says we're good. Should be good. All right. See if we get any notifications. Hey, look at that. Well, I'll be darned. Ugh. No one wants YouTube TV for fucking $90 a month. Seems crazy. What's up, Preston? I think so. What's your favorite team again? Luke. Oh, wow. Yeah, you probably won't be playing versus Detroit then. What's up, Kevin? I would imagine, yeah, with the bad kidney, he's probably out, eh? Yeah, and he says he's out. Lions? I think I remember you. How you been, man? How's everybody been? Hopefully you guys all drop a like to help the stream out. Yeah, it's been a pretty busy week, I would say. Since the last time we got together, what's all happened? They fired Matt Canada. Zach Wilson got benched. Joe Flacco's a Brown. It's been pretty crazy. That's just like off rip, what I can remember immediately. Ready to see the Lions win? Yeah, it should be a big day for them tomorrow. When 3-3 QB and running back had 18 TDs. Oh, nice. You play? You play running back, it looks like. Yeah, Mac is pretty much starting, but we're not sure yet. What else happened? Shaq Leonard got released and he cleared waivers, so he can go anywhere. Doing good, Kevin. Yep, Lions get to wear their throwbacks tomorrow. We can talk about anything like kind of in depth as we get going. What's up, Booty? I feel like I remember you. Your name is rather familiar. I don't think Gino's going to play on Sunday Night Football. Or yeah, Thursday night. Kind of he like came out of the game and no one's really sure what's going on with him. It's pretty bad. We'll go over the games in a little while. But kind of like just like rough looking at him, you know. Yeah, I remember your name. It's hard to forget someone who had a name that was like Booty. Nice to see some people from a little while in the past coming back. Yeah, Fernando, to answer your question, though, no, I've never gone undefeated in a week of Pick'em, I don't think. I've had like 1 or 2 losses. Game tomorrow, going to a hall for Thanksgiving this year, going to be eating. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sounds like a good time, man. Thanksgiving's one of my favorite holidays. I've got a turkey to cook for tomorrow and all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, I'd love to go undefeated in a week with Pick'em, but I don't know if that's possible. You know, I feel a certain way about everything, and it's kind of hard for me to break my way I'm thinking about the league at this point in the year. I like turkey. Yeah, it's a lot of people have fallen off on watching the channel in the last year or two, but I also think it's because my channel's kind of been hidden, and as we're getting closer and closer to my shadow ban being lifted, I'm noticing my YouTube numbers are kind of starting to spike up a little bit, which is pretty cool. So it's pretty nice. Nice to see the slight revival. What's your favorite dish, Kevin? What's everyone's favorite dish? It's got to be one of the better holidays. Everyone just eats food, hangs out, watches football. It's a pretty straight up holiday. It's like the holiday for football fans, it feels like. Because everything's just kind of centered around football on Thanksgiving. It's like you got 3 games, you got food, you got grazing food all day. It's a pretty sweet gig. You know, your family usually. You like the mac and cheese? Okay. Yeah, you know, the thing with mac and cheese is it can always be like a really, really good side addition, right? It can like help make a meal even better. But like if the mac and cheese is bad, it's like everyone will get a little bit and everyone will know it's really bad. And I always feel bad for the person who made it because it's like, oh man, people only took like 2 bites out of that shit and put it back. Sweet potatoes, nice. I'm not a big. I don't know. When I was younger, I didn't really like sweet potatoes. Hold on a second. My nose itches. 1 sec. Hold on 1 sec. Oh, weird. No, it's just got really weird. Sweet potatoes are pretty good, just not for me. I didn't like them when I was younger. I haven't had them since I was an adult though, and they say your taste buds change every so often. So I don't know. So did you guys see the one of the Brady clips where he talked about how there's a lot of mediocrity in the NFL? There's who's playing this year? It's going to be the Packers versus Lions. You've got the Commanders versus Cowboys, and you've got the 49ers versus Seahawks. But yeah, Brady, you know what's funny? It's like Tom keeps advocating for the game to go back to the old rules and to go back to when defenders were allowed to play defense. He kind of emphasized that guys like Ray Lewis, Rod Carew, or Rodney Harrison wouldn't really be able to play in today's game because they'd be constantly flagged. They'd be constantly penalized for like the way that they hit. And there is some truth to that. And it's interesting to also think about the way in which people are getting hurt nowadays seems to be like ligaments, joints, knees, ankles, for example. You see a lot of sprained ankles. You see a lot more Achilles injuries. You're seeing more torn ACLs. As the game has gotten like progressively safer, we're starting to see like these more devastating injuries almost, right? And it's something I'm starting to like kind of correlate together. Like I wonder if what Brady was saying is there's like a lot of truth to it, right? Like the reason we're starting to see like all of these injuries occur is because guys on offense are protecting themselves less and more so defending on like the league to regulate away tackling and regulate away defense more so than like players learning how to. Yeah, turducken is a with chicken. It's the ultimate insult to birds, and it shows man's complete mastery over the avian race, turducken. Could you imagine and anything more embarrassing to another species than to have 3 of your fucking brethren shoved into each other and then eaten by a fucking simian ape? You'd be like, God damn it. What an embarrassing ass way to go out. Just 3 of them just get shoved in. Oh, dude, it's probably delicious. You can only imagine how good it is. But it just shows man's complete domination over the birds. We own them, motherfuckers. They're ours. It's like, listen, birds. You guys think you got it good, but you don't know the creative power we have to ruin you people. I've always thought that about the turducken. It's been one of my favorite ways of showing how men just rule, mankind rules this place. All right. And my nose is bothering the fuck out of me. But regarding the Brady stuff, and he was talking about how, it's probably not the league's job to like regulate away defense. It's probably the job of offense, and like the fact that there's so many rules protecting players now, guys are getting lazy, not protecting themselves on defense, running across the middle, taking hospital ball shots. Like there's so many ways that it is probably the fault of the offense somewhat that they're getting hurt so badly, especially since like the only way to tackle people is like by the legs. And it's like, oh, that's probably not good. It seemed like we had way less devastating injuries when guys were just kind of allowed to spear the shit out of each other. You know what I mean? It just seems like the solution to all those issues would be, well, just bring back spearing then. And kind of just leave it to the game to regulate itself like we used to. Because again, the game is getting pretty ugly. We don't really see deep passes anymore. Everything's kind of like these weird short across the middle horseshit passes that really shouldn't be happening, but now they're allowed to because you can't truck stick somebody. And it does seem like there's like there used to be like a golden rule in the NFL that you don't throw it across the middle unless you're trying to kill a guy. It literally used to be like, oh, you don't go there. Why? Unless you just don't like that, or you never threw a football up. Like up across the middle was literally used to be called a hospital death sentence. It's one of them things where like, if you did that, you were like kind of accused of trying to get your players hurt and shit. Yeah, like Baker Mayfield this was as recent as 2018 that was a problem in the league. Baker Mayfield was a horrible person about it. A hospital ball is where you throw a football where the player has to slightly jump in the air or kind of like turn their back on the defense, and it's basically a ball right across the middle where like a tight end or a slot receiver jumps up, and then all of a sudden they catch the ball and they're in the air. So what happens to the player? Oh, there's the middle linebacker or the safety. Kapow! And down goes the player to the hospital because he's knocked unconscious. It's a hospital ball. Got broken ribs, probably fucking got a concussion really bad. It was a guaranteed thing, but that's why you're not supposed to throw it across the middle in the NFL unless you got a really nice slant play designed. Is OBJ playing this week? I have no idea. The Ravens don't have to release injury reports till what, Saturday? They don't play till Sunday. What's up though, Mike? What's up, politics? How you guys doing? But yeah, the wide receivers basically leaving themselves defenseless basically. And Tom made a good point. You know what's crazy? Do you know who the most sacked quarterback and most hit quarterback of all time? It's Tom Brady. I'm not gonna play a game with you. Do you know what also is quite interesting about Tom Brady? Okay, so Tom Brady in his career has less roughing the passer penalties called for him than Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes do already. Believe it or not. Remember when I used to tell you guys during his career that Tom was like literally like the 27th most called for roughing the passer? He got like 2 a season, 3 a season, and everybody didn't believe me. And then I showed you guys, and you guys went, "What the fuck?" And it's like, yeah, Tom doesn't get penalties. I don't know where this weird. And Tom never wanted them. He doesn't want that. He plays football, and literally, he's one of the least penalized, like roughing the passer called quarterback to be sacked the most in league history. Isn't that crazy? You were basically allowed to murder Tom Brady and got away with it. No, I'm sorry, Booty. I'll try not to swear as much. You ordered a jersey today. Apparently, I'm getting one for Christmas. Once they added ejection rule, the defenses. Yeah, I'm really sad that they did that to defense. They're going to have to evaluate the rules for defense. We saw this season when the DB hits the wide receiver catching a hospital ball and gets up, they'll get unnecessary roughness for it. When really they are trying to hit hard enough to block it. I think it was Sape Brown is who I decided on. Yeah. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like, consider doing so. I think we went with the same Brown jersey. It might have to replace the Mac hanging up. Mac will still be around, but he'll have to be moved. The Gilmore always stays up because Gilly Lock is one of my favorites. And if Mac's not the starter, he might have to go away or to a different part of the field. I don't know, man. That same Brown, I think he might be one of the top coming guys up. That guy's special. We'll figure it out. There's plenty of wall space. But anyway, hopefully the NFL figures something out about its broken ass tackling systems. It's pretty bad that like tackling is a problem in the NFL now. Sorry, my nose is just fucking. Who's my pick for what? I am just quite curious though as to what's going to like they're gonna clearly ban the hip drop, and then I'm like, all right, well, what are they gonna do now? Just like hug each other and set each other on the ground? I think we're starting to run out of things for defense players to do. I think we should. I don't know. Yeah, dude, they're gonna ban that move. It's 100% gone. Oh, I think I said St. Brown. I believe that's who's coming. Oh my god, dude, why does my nose have to itch? I mean, hip drop tackling is also normally pretty it's just like hard to avoid doing if it's happening. Oh, also the 49ers safety is out for the season with an ACL. I think I forgot to mention that. One sec. Just itch my nose off. What is a what is what? A CI or a CL? Yeah, I don't know what the league is going to look like. I hate that C and L look the same. Is that a capital I? A CI. Confidential informant? No, I don't think that's what you're talking about. What are you in reference to? I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, an ACL. Oh, it's your knee. It's it's a ligament in your knee that's crucial for I think vertical movement, and right is ACL vertical or side to side? I know one handles side to side, one's vertical, and it's really weird. Almost every tackle on Henry turns into a hip drop. Yeah, big ass. Yeah, it's like the only way you can tackle big guys without like fucking just spear chucking, like spearing into them. I don't know. They need to like. The NFL has enough money to like hire a bunch of like specialists and like smart people that can like really break down the tackling issue that we have in the NFL. Like, all right, well, can we do some science and figure out what is like okay to do? Is like every headshot necessarily a bad headshot? Like, of course it is, but like, you know, with the new safer helmets, if they put on them big ass goofy helmets, can we bring back the fucking cool tackling? Now, is that something we could live with as fans, right? If they have to wear them big ass goofy practice helmets that they wear, but they can also go back to the way they used to tackle, do we want it? It's one of them. It's like, well, I mean, they can't get concussions, so they can go back to crazy tackling each other. Can we bring Vontez Burfict back into the league? Because he shouldn't be kicked out then. Yeah, do they have to put on them goofy ass, like big ass fucking padding helmets that they wear at practice so nobody gets hurt on accident? I don't know. Is that the solution? I doubt it, but it'd be kind of funny. I don't know. They're getting better and better with helmet technology because it feels like concussions are slowly going down. All things considered, like it feels like concussions aren't as bad as in years past. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like, consider doing so. We have just 5. And normally likes are a good way to help the stream out, so I would appreciate it, but I guess it's not necessary. Thanks to the 4 people who've left a like. 3, considering Fernando left one before the stream started. Appreciate it, guys. Good looking out. Super helpful. It's all coming recent. Like a lot of like the recent Achilles, high ankle sprains, rise in knee injuries seem all related to the way that when they changed the way the tackling's handled. Have a good night, Booty. I appreciate the like. Good luck. Good looking out, my friend. I don't really know what Pharaoh Brown's helmet sucks. Yeah, it sucks. I don't like it. I'm not really sure what to do. Because again, the helmet to helmet issue and the concussions and CTEs are a problem. But I think we're also finally starting to notice that the newer helmets that are coming out each year seem to be a little bit safer and reduce concussions. Because again, feels like this year we're seeing less concussions. Now that we can't really know till the end of the year, like, oh, we had X amount of concussions this year compared to last year, which means that maybe it's either the text that's improved or is it the change of rules? Because we've seen change of rules and not having a change of tech, I think once, and like the concussion stayed the same. So I'm thinking it's not really about changing the way people are playing the game. It's making the equipment more effective in what it's supposed to do is how you can make the game safer. So if the NFL just keeps, I mean, they spend billions a year on helmet development. I'm not trying to take anything away, but if they keep at that and keep at that, I think eventually the natural outcome is going to be like they track and they know 100% you can track concussions per year. 100%. Just look up concussions per year in the NFL. Yeah, we can talk about the yeah, that's funny. Scott Mitchell's like, it's not my fucking fault. Yeah, he told Eminem, Jeff Goldblum, everybody to go fuck themselves. Mitchell did. It was quite the funny. He had a freak out. He's like, God damn it. Last time the Chargers faced an 8 team, they upset it though. Hey, you never know. Politics. I have a question, politics. Do you low-key want the Broncos to win out just to see, like, and the Chiefs to lose a few games and see just to see that happen? I do, because then I look like a fucking genius, other than the fact that I got the Broncos and Chargers wrong. For me personally, if somehow the impossible happens and the Broncos win that division, do you know how smart I'm going to look? There were 149 concussions over 271. That's an 18% jump from 2023. Uh-oh. Either the league's getting better or, damn, the concussions are way up. So that means all these precautions, all these changes, and we're still getting a bunch of fucking concussions in the NFL. So maybe we should go back to the way the tackling used to be. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like, please consider it. Try to get to, I don't know, maybe 10. Can you guys do that? Can we defeat communism? Yeah, maybe practice more. I'm not too sure. Oh, fair enough. You just kind of like Sean Payton. There have been 109 concussions this year. Ooh. Cam Newton? I mean, he'll be on the ballot. I don't know if he'll get in the Hall of Fame, though. I don't know what he's done to warrant getting into the Hall of Fame. I mean, he had pretty good. I mean, when he retired, he had, really good all-time career numbers. He was like one of the leading rushers all time for quarterbacks. Had a really good 15-1 year, and then the injuries kind of took him out. So I don't know. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Winning a ring isn't really required. One second. Like, Marino's in the Hall of Fame. Hey, we're up at 7 likes now. Thank you, stud. I appreciate it. We may even hit 10 on this one. Yeah, Nick Foles isn't going to get in the Hall of Fame. Jim McMahon is in a Hall of Famer with his Super Bowl ring as a starting quarterback. Yeah, Hurts's touchdowns don't count like that. Newton actually had real rushing touchdowns. Again, is it fair to say that Cam revolutionized the quarterback position to some extent? Yeah. Is it fair to say Cam was sort of a blueprint for the modern QB? Yeah, I think so. And that is significant, I do have to say. Before Cam, there weren't a lot of guys that played like Cam Newton. It was quite different before Cam showed up. People watched Aaron Rodgers move and they're like, we've never seen somebody run like this at quarterback before. And then they showed and then Cam Newton showed up and they were like, never mind about Aaron Rodgers. He's pretty good for a white dude. But look at fucking Cam. It changed everything in the NFL. It was quite funny. Yeah, Cam's issue is he got fucked up. He got really hurt. And that was pretty much the end of, everything we were hoping Cam could be. So I don't know. I don't know if Cam Newton could be a Hall of Famer. You kind of hope so. Yeah, only if Cam didn't run into dudes at full speed. Oh man, Cam was so fun to watch play at the prime of his run. Absolutely reckless, but boy, oh boy, did that cost us what could have been a really fun career as he got better at football. If only, the mindset he had when he was the Patriots quarterback, if he had that kind of mindset with his skill set he had when he was younger in Carolina, he would have been such a dangerous fucking quarterback. Because it's like he had the tragic misfortune of as soon as he started understanding football to a higher level than he had been understanding it, his body failed out. No, it wasn't even COVID. It's just he was done. No matter what he would have played maybe 3 more games better in New England. It wouldn't have changed much. Let's be honest, dude. He was cooked. Old Cam was at the end, and yeah, it is what it is. Injuries kind of sped that decline up. And the saddest part about that is it seems like Cam had finally just started figuring out how to play football at a really, really nice rate as a passer. Yeah, and that was actually going to be my next point, Mike, that's why it's so important that guys like Lamar, Justin Fields are adjusting their games and becoming better passers rather than focusing on making themselves better runners. You're seeing them abandon the run as they get more and more comfortable in the NFL. Because again, I think Cam does reach out to a lot of those guys. And again, I think Cam Newton's a lot of those guys' favorite quarterbacks growing up, or at least they all really like Cam Newton. Believe it or not, Cam Newton's a good mentor. Can teach you a lot. I don't know. I don't really know how good Cam can play. I don't really do hypotheticals like that because I don't know. I haven't seen Cam play football since 2020. It's 2023, man. Probably 0, I would say. Probably not, no. My belief is there's no such thing as a franchise savior quarterback who you draft and all your problems go away. I think that's a very bad perspective to team building. I think personally, I think like what the Patriots should do is draft an offensive lineman, the best one available. Again, one of the things the Lions did stunningly well is build that offensive lineup to the point where they plugged in Jared Goff and he's playing like an all-pro. You know what I mean? It's there's better ways of team building that start in the trenches. I think you build up your offense and defensive line first and then build around that, and you can find that the pieces fall into place way quicker than the other way around. Look at the Lions. They have this great offensive line. They're good in 3 years. They had nothing 3 years ago except what seemed to be a very good young offensive line. And last year they turned it around, and now they're like a top 3 team in football. And they have Laramie Tunsil, Shaq Mason on that offensive line. They have very good pieces of guys on that. They went and got Shaq Mason, I believe, this offseason. They like put a good line together. It's not the greatest, but it's way better than what it has been, and it's paying dividends. I think people overestimate or underestimate how important it is to have a good line. Look at Dak Prescott. One of the reasons he did so well as a rookie is because they stuck a fucking unreal offensive line in front of that dude. Herbert, they could use another guard on that line. Or the Patriots should get a receiver. Like if they can get their hands on Marvin Harrison, then I think you pull the trigger. I mean, we'll see about Mac. I don't know if he's the guy. I think people look at the teams that were bad and only look at the year that he got a QB. Yeah. Malcolm Butler, he just retired, I think. Yeah, you can sign offensive linemen and get guys, but I don't know. Like, the only good receiver this offseason that's a free agent is, like, T. Higgins. It's just like, we're pretty slim pickings here with old just T. Higgins. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like, consider doing so. Help the stream out. Because people in here grow your dick by a couple inches. Pause. What's up, 49ers? Happy Thanksgiving, though. I think so. Well, at this point, dude, Butler's like a 12-year-old corner, right? Like 11, 12-year corner. He's really old. He's a corner, man. Once he got 9 years and then he's out. The fact that he lasted 8, the fact that he got to a second contract as a corner is already a blessing as a like, you know what I mean? So kudos to my boy Malcolm. He had a good career. Dude, he's literally like mid-30s almost corner. Yeah, he's done. Yeah, he just got old. Corners, as soon as they lose a step and if they can't hit, they're done. They can't go play safety. Devin McCourty lasted 3 or 4 years longer than Jason did because Jason couldn't hit. And Devin hit like a fucking bag of bricks so he could go play safety. That's literally what happens to old corners. They all go play safety. They're just like, God damn it, I'm slow now. Who do you got, Niners, Seahawks? I hope my Niners... I have you guys pretty comfortably. You guys dominate the Seahawks, don't you? There's like, what, since Kyle Shanahan took over the Seahawks, haven't they only beat you guys like once? It's just like, holy shit, what a run. It's a very funny run by Kyle Shanahan. Dude, the NFC West has all of the funniest matchups. It's like this team beats this team, and this team beats this team, and that team always beats that team, except for on very rare occasions. And only the NFC West fans know when that's going to happen. It's very funny. It's like, nah, ain't happening this time. It's like, but you guys always win. Yeah, it's just, you don't understand, man. Just, we're not winning. And they're right. You're like, nah, man, I think you're crazy. Like, everyone's trying to tell them that they're crazy. And the fans are like, listen, I know we're the 49ers and they're the Cardinals, but this is it. We're about to get the fuck beat out of us by this 2-win team. And then when it happens, they're just sitting there going, I told you guys. Damn it. It's like, wait, what kind of weirds, what is this division out there? How did you know? It's like, we're missing this very specific player. And they do this one specific thing that guy stops. And you like come to find out that it's like very specifically just exactly as that guy was explaining it. And it's like, well, that's a little eerie. Unanimous selections. Yeah, do you know what's sad about these 3 Thanksgiving Day games? Not one person thinks the other way. No one thinks any upsets are going to happen. Everyone's like, oh boy. Zach Wilson started crying. Poor guy. Yeah, I'm doing the first and last game. So the Lions and Bears, or the Lions and Packers, and the Seahawks and 49ers. I don't know why I listed the home teams first. I don't know why I did that. That's not how you talk sports. It's not how you say teams. No, I don't know. Nice. Hopefully you have a good time. I don't really answer questions like that. I hope you understand. No, you're fine. Kenneth Walker, yeah, it's kind of similar, like with the Packers being in like they're like 80 dudes out for the Packers, and the Lions are like, we're not gonna have Jonah Jackson. It's like, damn, what an insult. Is Boyle a better option than Zach? Yeah, I think so. I'll be honest, I think just about any quarterback is probably a better option than Zach Wilson. I mean, backups get drafted all the time. Do you think that the NFL only takes in starters? No. Yeah, he wasn't very good, but I don't think teams ever really first saw him as like a starting quarterback for their team. More than likely, he's going to wind up being a coach after he retires from playing action. Everything about old Timmy Boyle rings coach. But we'll see. I don't know. I feel like that about a lot of guys in the NFL. Like, oh, that guy'd be a good coach. And I know I'm right about him. I can only really point to offensive coaches. I can never point to defensive coaches. I'm sure if I took my time and like thought about each player, I would be like, oh, that guy makes sense. That guy makes sense. Yeah, Colin needs to just give it a rest. It's like, bro, you're like 37. No one's going to sign you now. Damn Fernando on 2 bye weeks. Sheesh. It's like, yeah, listen, Colin, if this happened like 6 years ago, maybe somebody would have signed you up. But like you waited a little too long. Look how long it took Deshaun Watson to get good again. Like, no offense, man, but like you're nowhere near what that creepy bastards can do. He's like, yeah, but he's not a very. It's like, yeah, we know he's not a good guy. Do you think we like actually care about that? It's like, wait, you don't? No. Why do you think somebody signed him so quick, Deshaun? What are you naive, Colin? I don't know. Steelers fired Matt Canada. Very depressing. Personally, I thought he represented what it meant to be a Steeler perfectly, but apparently not. Dude, you know how funny it would be if the Steelers' offense got worse? I'd be like, oh, that's perfect comedy. Yeah, everyone would start chanting "Hire Canada." We're sorry. Clap, 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 clap. We are sorry. Clap, 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 clap. Because if Paquette sucks, they're going to be pissed they just wasted Matt Canada. They're going to be like, God damn it. We don't fire coaches in Pittsburgh. This is embarrassing. Apparently, he was the first in-season coordinator that's been fired since 1941 in Pittsburgh. You know what that means? The last time the Steelers decided they had to let somebody go mid-season, Hitler was at the brink of his power, right? He was like, there was no more powerful version of Hitler than like 1941's Hitler. That dude had everything. Shit was going crazy. The war was at its height. And the Steelers fired one of their coordinators, not knowing that they wouldn't do it again until 2023. Think about all the stuff that's happened in the NFL, all the coaches that have come and gone. Not one time have the Steelers ever decided, we got to let this guy go in week 12. That's pretty crazy to me. You know, the owner was watching a Hitler speech or reading about it in the paper and went, damn, that's crazy. I got to cut somebody. I got to fire this guy. You know the guy's name? Dewey McJewberg. No, I'm just fucking kidding. I don't know the guy's name. I don't know the guy that got fired. Probably some idiot that was trying to run some shitty wing T offense that everyone got bored of. They're like, oh man, we're so tired of running the football 90% of the time. There has to be another way to do this. Do you guys think that you would have been able to innovate the forward pass? Or do you think you wouldn't have had like the mindset to do that? I'd have seen football played as all backward and be like, is there any rule about doing it the other way? His name was Femi Sickney. I was pretty close. I'm not gonna lie, my guess was pretty close of it being Dewey Juberg. I was a lot closer than I probably should have been. I don't know how, but I just know that guy. That name. Yeah, that guy's Jewish. Pittsburgh. Very long beard. Yeah. It's in the 1920s. I think people didn't know it. I don't think they invented shaving until like the 70s, dude. Some guys just didn't genetically grow facial hair until shaving was invented. They just looked at their face really sternly and said, don't you fucking grow. And and it just went away. It's true history. I actually read somewhere that shaving used to be a very dangerous situation. I'd have just had a long ass beard. I'd have been like, I can't do shaving. Why? I ain't dying like that. I'll just cut it whenever it gets to like this long. You gotta think, if you got one infection, that was GG wraps up for you. What up, Kenny? Sorry I didn't make it to your stream, but I noticed that you were going live just about the same time. Started shaving a few months ago. Oh shit. Pretty good. Pretty cool. I shaved for the first time when I was 13, but you know, everybody's different. Hell yeah. I was like a video live stream, something that like people can watch, and yeah, those are always fun. I don't know, Fernando. That was really weird. You should just ignore that you said that. It'd have been better to just be like, I hope no one reads that. Nah, it's a little too late. We all read it, Fernando's. You're in your Harry era for real. I mean, it is what it is. We talk about other thing, but mainly the games. Yeah, the games look pretty interesting this week. I don't know. We're almost to the games. We're pretty much past a ton of the news so far. What all have we covered? We've covered pretty much everything. I don't know if Justin Jefferson's going to play this week, but Kyron Williams is back and expected to play. So that should be huge for the Rams offense. Yeah, Luke Musgrave played the game with a lacerated kidney, but he's not playing in this week, obviously. They're like, hey, listen, buddy, we're going to need you to take a little bit of a break. Make what 2 hour? Oh, no, stream won't be ending for a while. I don't plan to end it till right sometime around midnight or a little after. At least another hour. Anyway. James Robinson. Oh man, it feels like he keeps going from team to team to team to team. Let's see. Michael Thomas is on IR. Oh, that's cool. It's one of your favorite 3 days of all time. Hell yeah. It's a good holiday. It's a good holiday. We were talking about that earlier, how it's a top holiday. Pretty much designed for football watchers too. A good one. Yeah, dude. He was on like, I feel like James Robinson played for like the Jets, the Jaguars, the Patriots, the Packers now. It's quite a slew of teams. The F what? What about the F? What's up, security? Oh, the 3 Fs? Yeah, you mean 3 Fs. Football, food, fam. Faith, football, family? Browns been about what exactly? Hold on a minute. What have I been proven wrong about the Browns about? I never said the words definitely. I think hold on a minute. I said the only reason I think that the Browns are going to lose that game is Steeler magic. I don't think that indicates that there's no chance. I'm literally just going, I'm pretty sure the Browns should win that game, but I'm thinking there's going to be some witchcraft. So let's rewind that one. And the only reason I said that the Ravens would win is because they always kind of beat the Browns. That doesn't indicate that that they can't win. Where do you hear these things, dude? I don't say that about any game in the NFL. In fact, I don't think I've ever said that about any singular game in the entirety of the NFL. You haven't seen that at all. I don't speak in definitive statements like that about football because that's stupid. I say shit like it's unlikely that a team will win. Very unlikely. But I don't say that like... I don't say shit like, there's no chance. That's not how I talk. And I never say that about a division game, first and foremost. I think I even said, like, you know, the Lions 100% should beat the fucking Bears, but division games are weird and you kind of never know what you're going to get. Like, division games are probably the scariest part to any good team's schedule, especially if they have to play like a shit division. It's like, ah, damn it. I could get embarrassed real bad here. Like the Lions almost just did. Which is why I don't really like blowout. I think it's not the smartest idea to predict a blowout in a division game because it's like, I don't know if that's possible. Chance to do a radio show. I think NMU is a great choice for school. Now that I am thankful. Hell yeah, man. It seems like it's been a good school for you, Kenny. I'm glad you're having a good time. Broncos, Browns. Yeah, should be a good one. I got the Browns, I believe, winning that one. I think I'm one of the few people that actually have Denver winning that game. Or the Browns winning that game, rather. Everyone seems to be very pumped on the Broncos, and I'm like, I don't know, man. They struggled against the Vikings defense. What am I thankful for? Fat ass white girls. No, just kidding. Oh, he made it to the Colts. Yeah. Do you think the Commanders could upset the Cowboys? No. Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to see Dallas lose, but I don't know if the Commanders got the football team to beat them. Again, these are all division games, so you kind of have to hold your breath on a lot of them. Because, again, you know, you never really know what's going to pop up. You never really know. A shitty team might just have its day. Remember the Patriots did beat the Bills this year. I mean, technically, again, that's why division games are weird. You never know what you're going to get. And, you know. I don't know if the Commanders can lose that one or can win this one. It'll be tough for them. By any chance, do you know who Dallas plays next? I feel like that could play a crucial determiner in if an upset's possible. Seattle? Oh, fuck. All right. Well, yeah, Dallas probably ain't going to lose that one. Again, the division game keeps it interesting, but the tension comes from Dallas doesn't really have to look ahead to their next opponent to win. They just can win that shit. Excuse me. So Dallas plays this Thursday, then next Thursday. Hey, at least they get a week off. It's always good. Can be well prepared. And Seattle has another week off too, so that's kind of cool. At least they both had the week off the week before, same time, so no one gets a weird, short, like longer week advantage over their opponent. Ooh. Yes, out. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Don't know if Jefferson's playing yet this weekend. He's projected to give me a ton of fantasy points, but I just don't know if he's going to play. So, I guess we'll see. Got my new quarterbacks in fantasy football as well, finally. Yeah, it'd be pretty nutty. I wouldn't be too surprised though. It's the second game. Lions wanted to blow out the first time, so if the Packers can come out and play good, consistent football, they could probably snake an upset. Um, Again, division games can go pretty much either way. But I wonder if the Lions are just kind of like overmatched for the Packers. I fixed my quarter. I was able to go and get Derek Carr, which should be I think adequate of replacement for me for right now. I think he's playing the Falcons this week, so he should be able to have a decent week. But they also just lost Michael Thomas, so I have no idea what to think about the Saints at this point. So Sunday night is I don't know. Hold on. Baltimore and the Chargers. Oh man, that should be such a better game than it is. Damn, that sucks. We were supposed to get a really good one. I guess it's not bad though. If you can ignore the fact that the Chargers don't really have a head coach right now. It's just like a it's just like a rogue ship without a it's just a floating ship in the middle of the ocean. The SS Talent. Do I think the reason Piquet what? What do I think? Read what you said and then re-ask it because I have no idea how to make any heads or tails about what you said. Yeah, Bears and Vikings. Yeah, the primetime games this weekend aren't the greatest. Thursday night and that weird Black Friday game pretty much clear. Oh, okay, there you go. The reason Piquet is bad is because I mean maybe could also just be that Kenny Pickett's not that good of a quarterback. Could be both things are they're not mutually exclusive. Could be either or. This Canada, I don't know. Doesn't seem like a very good quarterback. That I can agree with you on. I haven't really seen anything that made me go, "Wow, this guy." If you give him a good offensive coordinator, here he comes. You know what I mean? You don't really get like that vibe from it. Like, man, he's one or two good blockers away from being a top dude. I don't know. You can just Google it. I don't think Canada settles American holidays though. I'm gonna grab some soda real fast though. You guys need anything from the fridge? Whoa. I'm back. Jordan Love. I don't know. He showed flashes at times. He could be pretty good. Kind of hard to tell. You know. We'll see. I mean, he's got the rest of the year to kind of show something. He's finally kind of clicking in here. Last couple weeks, so we'll see if he can continue that trend against, you know, hit and miss defense that you can kind of put up good numbers against. Though I will say, if he struggles against Detroit again, it's probably the end for him, or like his chances won't be a starter. Because it's not like Detroit's secondary is like this world-class secondary that you can't beat up on. If you're a pretty good quarterback, you should be able to put up decent numbers. I mean, hell, wasn't Fields slicing and dicing until like the literal end of the game? I mean, you know, if you're a halfway decent QB, you could do no, just hanging out. Your mom's coming over, I'm fucking her in the mouth. Typical shit. Why? What's up, Extra? You doing anything cool? Yeah, you don't fool anybody, dude. It's not really funny when you do it because you copy my mom jokes. It's not. You're not good at this, Extra. You're just not. See, he sucks, dude. Look at how bad Extra is. See you later, buddy. Have a happy Thanksgiving, Extra. And good luck, buddy. Anyway. He'll just come back on a new account. Who cares? All right. Thinking about these games, Lions and Packers. I'm pretty sure that's all the news that needed to be covered, right? I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head. I feel like we covered most of it. Let's see. I think Tyreek Hill's good and expected to be able to play this week. Again, we don't really know most of the injury reports, except for like the people who are playing tomorrow and on Black Friday. Yeah, we could talk a little bit, I guess, about the weird Black Friday game that's coming up. As you're probably aware, the NFL's created some new game called like the Black Friday game. I think it's to make up for the fact that Amazon just got all their games yanked from them for Thanksgiving. So they gave Amazon their own little fun game. It's the Dolphins versus Jets, so the Dolphins are probably going to smack the shit out of this team. Yeah, you guys are doomed. You guys are out like all your pretty good players, and it's just like, oh boy, what a terrible week to be banged up like this in. A lot of your defense are messed up too. And that's a big problem for the Packers. Like, if I was a team and I was missing a bunch of guys and a bunch of guys were like in doubt or like questionable status before the game, I'd be like, oh no. Is our defense going to be able to stop the team that we're up against? It would feel quite overwhelming if I was being honest myself. I'd be like, but I don't know. The Packers are an interesting team. They should be able to kind of rise above that situation and get something out of it. However, I don't think it'll be this week. My picks basically still stand for the Lions game, but I kind of just reiterate them here. What was one of my main points in that? They're basically just going to try to repeat the game one effort. That's pretty creepy timing by me to just immediately time that out. It's just like, now he's gonna think I broke. His ass is gonna be so paranoid. He's like, no, and then he looks. He's like, oh, never mind. Okay, the hell, not even a scratch. How the hell? It's like, how the hell did he time that like that? I get up and like in the back, you see an FBI jacket, and, like CIA. You'd be like, what? What the fuck? And I'd be like, oh, you guys weren't supposed to see that. And I just shut everything down. Never see me again. Just like, what the hell happened on that last Rob stream? That was weird. I swear to God, I seen like government material and then he just vanished. If Chargers lose and Chargers should. I don't know why they haven't moved on from Staley yet. Maybe as a team philosophy, they don't believe in like firing coaches mid-season. Which, okay, I guess I can get that, but it's like you're clearly going to be firing this guy. Why are you? Why drag it out at this point? You're just kind of like super demotivating your team. You're making him look way worse, so he'll never get hired again. It almost seems like they need to kind of just part ways here. Because again, Staley's still good enough to go get a job as a coordinator for a few more years under maybe a little bit better of a head coach to learn how to be a head coach. He's still very, very young, so I don't know why he's like being like this about this. It's like, dude, just ask for it to like a mutual parting of ways. It'd be so much easier for everybody involved. But again, I personally, I think it's kind of sloppy to, unless you really need to fire a coach mid-season. I don't know if it really does or accomplishes the thing like you want it to accomplish, if that makes any sense. All right, man, for sure. Appreciate you. Just check the streams when you can. But yeah, regarding the Lions game and that, basically, I think the Lions just have too much offense for the Packers. You think it is? Staley's contract isn't even that big. Is Express talking? No, he's joking for 49ers. Yeah, he's just fucking around. Yeah, Lions should win. Shouldn't be much of a game. Well, I mean, it could be, but it really shouldn't be. Lions could wind up doing a lot of what they did in game one. The Packers are super banged up. The Lions are probably at the healthiest. So even when the Lions beat them earlier this season, the Lions weren't like at full health. They were still missing people, and they still were handling their business the way that they did. It was pretty impressive. So we'll probably see basically a similar effort out of Detroit, but now you'll see it with like their starters and not like backup players all over. I mean, Commanders Cowboys is pretty self-explanatory unless Dallas has like a weird. It's kind of similar to the Detroit game. It's like we all know who's gonna win that game. All these games seem just so super obvious. Like it feels like I don't really need to explain why I think the Commanders will lose and why I think the Seahawks are gonna lose. But yeah, Commanders ain't trying to win anyway. Yeah. You know what's funny is they probably would have won a few other games with those guys still around with Sweat and Chase Young. I think they probably would have won. I don't say all their games, but at least one of them, maybe two. Why the hell was Shaq Leonard cut from the Colts? Does anybody have a good or heard anything as to why that happened? Yeah, turkey has a chemical in it that makes you fall asleep. Isn't it something like tryptamine or something like that? Or some weird there's like a chemical in turkey that makes you fall asleep. Or it makes you like drowsy or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it's called. But I know I'm right about that. On who? I'm sorry. I forgot who we were talking about. I don't really like turkey. It's tryptophan. Oh, I was right. So it is a trip. Did I say tryptamine? I was close. That's a pretty good guess by me. Shaq Leonard. Oh, he got 40. Oh, performance dip. Oh, that's why Leonard got cut, and that's who wants him. 49ers Cowboys. Yeah. I think with Leonard, yeah, somebody's gonna sign him. I wouldn't be too shocked if Detroit tries to go make a move on him. Seems like he'd be a good player for a place like Detroit. It's going to be like the Eagles. You're going to see like the Cowboys, probably the 49ers, probably Miami. Like the teams, the usual suspects right now are going to be in. Even though it'd be funny to see like, I don't even know. I don't know what team would be hilarious to see. The Eagles would be the funniest team to come see in. Yeah, I'm making it to. Yep. I have it in the fridge. I'm gonna finish thawing it tomorrow morning if I got to. Nice 10-pound bird. I'm gonna cook that shits up while I'm watching football. Yeah. I got all the butters and shit, and yeah, pretty dope. She's dope for real. Go to with the salt. Herbs, spices, oils. Yeah, I got pumpkin pie. It's one of my favorite pies. Top pie. A lot of people like to hate on pumpkin pie for some reason. It's like, fucking. They'll be like, I think yams are better. It's like, pumpkin rules. That's a delicious pie. I don't know. I think it's a good pie. I think only weak idiots don't eat pumpkin pie. Let's see, what do we got going down? I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Pretty much we've covered the games. Just not a whole lot to really dig too far into. It is pretty funny that Jefferson's like, I don't really care about fantasy football. I'll just sit out until I'm ready and healthy to go. It's like, that's the right way to be about that. Can the Packers win? Yeah, of course they can. It's just going to be kind of like an uphill battle with all the injuries against the fully healthy Lions offense that plays the Lions really hard, that doesn't really like really doesn't want to lose to you. You know what I mean? Again, my message to Packers fans for probably the rest of the season's and for a couple of years here, is going to be get ready for teams to play you guys like your quarterback is still, especially NFC teams. AFC teams may not be as bad, but like when you play the NFC teams, you're still going to get the, oh shit, Aaron Rodgers is out there effort. And that sucks. Patriots still haven't been relieved of like that duty of having to like, hey, you had Tom Brady on here, so now you're getting our 1000% effort. It's like, yeah, but he's been gone since 2019. We don't care. What are the odds he puts on a uniform and pops out of that tunnel? None. Not taking that chance. up, that one guy? How's it going, man? I can't even believe a Giants fan would come in here with how bad your guys are gonna beat the shit out of us. It's gonna embarrass us. I don't know. Packers can turn it around quick. They're a pretty competent organization for the most part. They kind of acted outside of their own comfort zone for Aaron Rodgers' sake and trying to keep Aaron happy for a few years there. So the team kind of got out of control and things got a little ugly. But for the most part, the 49ers should be able to kind of shrink wrap the problems and get back to like form. Or the Packers should be able to shrink wrap their problems and get quickly back into form of how they like to do things over there. Happy Thanksgiving, man. We'll see if we see you tomorrow. Fernando, good luck on the cooking on your turkey. Hopefully you don't die. Have a good one, man. Take it easy, boss. We'll see if we see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you on Black Friday. Hey, man. Happy birthday. You have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you have a good rest of the birthday. Unless it's like tomorrow's your birthday and it's, you know what I mean? You have a good one, my friend. You have a good one. Happy birthday. Maybe the Patriots can win because it'll be a good birthday present. Yeah, I never, it's like what, I get not liking, but like pumpkin pie doesn't taste like, I want to eat raw pumpkins if that's what pumpkin pie tastes like. Like, damn, I didn't know this shit was this good. It was delicious. Like, if that's actually what pumpkin tasted like, it'd be the greatest thing on earth. But that shit's that's not what pumpkin tastes like. Yeah, it's nice to get the games out of the way on Thursday. Get the game out so you don't have to worry about it Sunday. You can watch whatever you feel like. For sure, so you have a good morning. You have a good night, man. It's getting late. I understand it. People are falling off a little bit. It is getting later. I understand it. You're going back to your school on Friday, like this Friday? Yeah, did you guys see that kind of a cool play, which I think you need to start watching out for going forward? On QB spikes. I seen like a video, I think it was on Twitter, or maybe it was on YouTube. Can't remember where it was because again, it could have been a YouTube short sport I was watching, but like some fucking kid like knew that the other team was spiking the ball, so he like lines up directly under where the quarterback where it's going to be spiked based on the handedness and everything of the quarterback, and the motherfucker throws it at the ground, and the kid actually dove quick enough to catch it and pick it off. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? I feel like that's an insane move to make. That's probably one of the greatest. It was like one of the craziest turns. You could look it up, like interception. I don't watch football highlights on my streams because I don't want to get claimed or anything. But then we seen Jalen Hurts almost do the same thing where they hike the ball and the quarterback strikes it. And you just see Jalen Hurts, the ball hits him in the hand before it hits the ground. It's like, damn, dude. Had he like slightly reacted differently, he might have had one of the sweetest picks I've seen in a long time. But yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. I think a lot of teams are going to start practicing at this point. And more careless quarterbacks. Yeah, he almost picked it on a spike. Like Mahomes went to clock it and he spiked it at the ground, and like you just see Carter slide underneath and his hands like just miss it or smack off his hands just because he got there a little late. It's like, dude, that's gonna start happening. Somebody's gonna pick that shit off. Now, dude, now it's a race for defensive tackles, by the way. Who's going to get the first pick diving like that on a fucking clock stop? Yeah, it's pretty cool, Kenny. Congrats again, dude. Congrats again. Glad to hear that your family's growing healthily. It's like, oh, none of she's not healthy. She's a bitch. No, I'm just playing. That's a terrible thing. Oh, shit. How come I didn't see this? Everybody said Joey Bosa wasn't as hurt and they thought that he was going to be okay. But quietly, Joey Bosa was placed on IR. That was very quiet. I heard nothing about that. All I had heard was that the Chargers believed that he avoided any major injury. Now it's like, never mind. We won't be having Joey Bosa for a little while. He's out indefinite. He's out on IR. Yeah, so now I definitely think the Ravens are going to wind up winning that game. No Joey Bosa. I don't know what the chances are for the other team. Yeesh. Can't stay healthy, Bosa. Wonder if he winds up retiring early, kind of like a who is that really good linebacker down in Luke Kuechly down in Carolina who retired injury because early because he kept getting hurt. Oh, that's cool. There's an outside chance Mark Andrews could play again this season. Doesn't seem very good, but we'll see. Pete Carroll says more than likely Gino's going to play. Oh yeah, the Kareem Jackson situation. He did get suspended for 4 games for those hits in that game that we are all aware of. He was just going crazy, popping people. Nick Bosa is probably way better. At least I don't know. I think Nick Bosa is a better football player, better athlete. Nick's probably smarter. No, I don't know. I think Nick's just a way better player than Joey. But it's like Nick is in the conversation of like top 3 guys in the league, and Joey's still like a top 15 guy in the league. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but it's like it's arguable that a lot of people could say that Nick Bosa is the best, at his position, even though Myles Garrett, but one of the best at 2 to 3 guys there. And Bosa's, the other Bosa's like top 15. It's just, it feels like Nick Bosa just has so many like insanely weird numbers and shit. And he's always seemingly like triple teamed or getting double teamed and just beating it. Micah Parsons is also pretty crazy. But I think the problem with Micah and why he doesn't get as good at pass rushing numbers as other guys, even though they're really good, I think he'll tend to drop back into coverage a little bit more. Which is because he's incredibly fast and you can utilize his speed to cover tight ends. At least that's what I think. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of intricate details with the Cowboys games. Let's see. But yeah, the Kareem Jackson situation, he got a 4-game suspension. He applied to get reduction. And last time that this happened to him, he applied and got reduced to 2. I think since he's now a repeat offender in their books, he didn't get the approval. They're like, nah, we're not going to do that. Seems a little risky. I'm going to go ahead and not. Oh man, my leg itches. Hello, mother. Of all time? Or like active. Active, I have no idea what the top 5 would be. That would take me a little while to think about. But if it's all time, yeah, I got all time list. I probably got the best all time list of all time. I think Thanksgiving is one of the few days that the players actually don't mind playing on. I won't swear to shit on that though. It's like the one time that you can play on Thursdays where the players are really into the idea of it. It's kind of fun. There's also 5 other teams suffering with it, so it doesn't feel as like suffocatingly lonely to have to play on Thursday night. It's like, ugh. But if you're talking 5 all time, at number 5, I'd probably put Marino or Rogers. You can kind of interchange those two if you want to. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably right. Damn, I forgot who I said as the first person. Number 5. Oh yeah, we'll go 5 is Dan Marino. Number 4 QB. Damn. There's always, it's like, okay, I'll start at the top. It goes for me: Brady, Montana, Manning, Rogers. No, not Rogers. Brady, Montana, Manning. Elway. Yeah, and then like it's either like it's kind of a weird list. Not really. You mean it's now booked? Yeah. No, I wouldn't put a Packers player in, to be honest. At least not yet for Aaron. I don't know. I don't think Aaron got in there. I guess Marino at 5. So yeah, I guess Brady, Montana, Manning. That's my top 3. Elway and Marino. There we go. There's my top 5. With Rodgers just outside, Favre's probably just outside. Mahomes is still a little whiles away. As much as I hate Peyton, I do have him as like the 3rd best all time. His playoff performances are what keep him beneath Joe Montana and Brady. I'll be honest with you. Steve Young's just outside my all-time top 5. You know what I mean? Like, those guys are just outside. Like, I feel like the guys in my top 5 are pretty good. And I also feel like with Aikman, with Elway, you could substitute in Aikman. And with Marino, you could sub in Rodgers. I think that's a fair way to look at that. I think it's like, those are 5B and... I hate the people that say shit like Mahomes is already a top 1 all-time QB. Oh, you meant like right now who's the top 5? Yeah, probably something with those guys. I wouldn't include a rookie. I'd put Burrow in there instead. But I mean, I guess since he's injured, I can't really include him. We'll see, though. Stroud could work his way into the list this year. There's some okay young QBs, but I don't know. We're in kind of a dud passing era right now. Like, these guys are okay. They have good receivers. They make decent, accurate throws, but it just doesn't seem like we have any, like, wow-ya quarterbacks outside of Stroud. Like, Stroud's out here taking big boy throws every week, and I appreciate the hell out of that. He makes some fun throws. He's not afraid to take those throws, but again, that'll eventually kind of be tampered out as he gets used to the NFL. And he figures out you can't be throwing picks like that. I can't believe that after that game against the Chiefs, Hurts became the front runner for the MVP. Like, oh boy, he didn't do anything. So I was kind of right when I said Rodgers didn't deserve MVP the other years when he won it. It's like he won that shit because of the team. That's not what MVP is supposed to be. Not a best team award. Not a award for a QB who happened to be the QB of a good offense, of a good team. It's like, oh, I got carried to all this, and yeah, I'm MVP now. I don't know what I did, but yay. It's kind of the state of the MVP award that we find ourselves in. It's not good. What else? You guys see any good jokes on the internet? A lot of good stuff there on that there internet. Let's see what else we got. Hafawanga missing the rest of the season. He tore his ACL. Ugh. Hurts line makes up for him. I mean, yeah, he doesn't even play that bad, but his line does kind of cover up some inefficiencies. No, I don't think so. I haven't really seen anything that indicates he's going to want to move on, other than like what the NFL media is kind of saying about him, the Patriots, and they always kind of say these things about him, the Patriots. You know, same song and dance, same exact, fucking rhythm. The whole thing is boring. But no, too. I mean, not really. I would imagine that most root beers are going to taste a little different. At least that's probably what the idea would be anyway, right? We got another 3 minutes or so. We're going to go till midnight tonight. Just because I do have to get some stuff ready for in the morning. I got to get up kind of early. I got to cook and yada yada. So we'll probably start wrapping up. I don't drink root beer. I think it tastes weird. I don't know what it is in root beer that makes me go, ugh. I just don't like the taste of it. No, I go for like Coke or like Verner's or something like that. Or Sprite. I just don't like root beer. It's like got this weird taste to it. It almost tastes like coconuts. I don't know how to describe it. And that shit just fucking it like doesn't sit well with me. I'm like, ugh, I don't like this. Not really sure what it is. What exact flavor mismatch there is for me with root beer, but I'm like, bleh. Yeah, Dr. Pepper I can't really do either. I have to like pound that shit down when I want to drink it. It has a similar taste. Yeah, Mountain Dew is awesome. I like citrus stuff though. Yeah, but I like citrusy. I like lemon lime. I like lemons. I like limes. I like the way all the way all that shit tastes. I'm like, oh, citrus based sodas. Yeah. I just kind of like the way that all that I like tropical. I know Mountain Dew doesn't actually taste like that, but it's supposed to be what the taste is simulating. I like the Fago. I like Mood Mist as well. It's really good. It's not as potent fucking sugary either, so it doesn't fuck your shit up as bad. Doing Packers versus Lions and then 49ers versus Seahawks. We got ourselves a pretty good day of football ahead. Should be pretty fun, I think, anyway. Damn, we did pretty good on the stream. If all the likes are legit, I think this is like 16. Pretty good. Appreciate it, guys. Pretty solid stream. Numbers did pretty good. Yeah, I can definitely wait. Like 7-Up. No, Fago's like a Michigan pop brand. I don't it's not. It's kind of localized and in a few other states, but like Fago is just, I don't know, just a cheaper alternative in pop to Michigan. Yeah, in Michigan, it was a hilarious thing to run around and call other people Fagos. You're a fucking Fago, dude. And you couldn't get in trouble for that one. No one knew what you meant by that shit. Fago makes really good grape pop and orange pop. Like really, really good orange and grape. Or at least they used to. I don't know so much about now. I haven't had that kind. I don't really like drinking them flavors anymore. I grew up. I get big boy pop like fucking Moon Mist. They need to come up with better names. Like Rockin' Rye, Moon Mist, Grapelicious and shit. It's like, ugh. I don't want to tell anyone I'm drinking that shit. I'm drinking some Mountain Dew ripoff. Big Red, like the candy, like the gum. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's not too bad. I used to really like Big Red as a kid, but again, I think I ate too much of it as a kid, and now I'm all just like, I don't want to eat any more of that. All right, guys, that's about it. Stream's starting to slowly die off. It's midnight. I got a lot of shit I got to take care of. So before tomorrow morning, got to do some dishes real fast. I think that's about it. I just got to do dishes, kind of, make sure everything's starting to prepare right. Just generally got to get ready for tomorrow. So I bid you guys a farewell. We will be live tomorrow for a couple games, as we already talked about. So hopefully I'll see you at one of those streams. Should be a pretty good time. Thank you guys for hanging out. It was a pretty fun stream. Did pretty good on the likes. Did pretty good on the chat. I think I got all the information out that I had to get out this stream. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Anybody got anything big that they need else to get out? If not, I'm going to dip As always, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. If not, I'll see you when I can see you next. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out and